dreams come true.
Hello, how are you? I'm having a great day. I don't know why I'm just so happy right now, but I'm just having a great day, honestly. Welcome to a new video. This video is going to be my cozy full night routine in New York City, aka in Brooklyn. It's cold outside, don't be deceived. And I have the door open, my balcony door, but it just feels good to have some cold breeze, you know? Just entering my apartment right now. Here they are. I've got so many, and this one was actually in water, and look how it's actually doing really well. About Big Time, big leaf oregano, said to taste like oregano, thyme and mint. The cool thing about it is that it is highly medicinal. It's really good for headaches and menstrual cramps. It's also jam-packed with antioxidants, and it is antifungal, and it's said to be a sedative as well, so really good for reducing stress. Yeah, it's such a powerhouse. I actually love Big Time. I've used it a lot this summer, and if I can have this growing in my apartment all winter, game changer. So I'm just gonna repot it. And just like that, we've got a big time pot. A big time pot. But for real, we do. So I've gone ahead and washed my Big Time, and there's a few of them that fell off when I was repotting, so I'm gonna go ahead and make a fresh tea. Why not? Why not? Yes, just wash them. I'm gonna let this sit for a while. What I want to do is I want to start my mushrooms. I got my mushroom kits. Guess what time it is? Guess what time it is? It's time for the mushroom growing in my apartment. You thought I was joking? When I said I was going to grow my own mushrooms, did you think I was joking? You better think again, because I'm never joking. I'm always serious. To actually see a mushroom grow from start to finish, it's fascinating but also disgusting. I'm not gonna lie, like, I get grossed out looking at it. I can't look at it for too long because then I just start tweaking a little bit. But it's so cool. But okay, we're gonna slice it and soak it. Let me get my bowl. So these ones, I didn't even say what they are. These are oyster mushrooms, and then I also have lion's mane, but I'm not gonna do that one yet. We're gonna do the oyster mushrooms first, and then I'm gonna, you know, when they're done, I'm gonna cook them, you're gonna see them, you're gonna eat them with me. Not really. Yes, we're gonna grow some oyster mushrooms in my Brooklyn apartment. How cool. Okay, so let's slice them. So good. So good. I'm not that advanced yet to where I can, you know, start my own mycelium and all of that. I'm using Back to the Roots. I've actually used this before, and this is the lion's mane one that I got too. We're not going to do this one today, like I said. I'm just going to start with the oyster mushrooms, and yeah man, so I already know what to do. I'm a pro. So basically you get your knife, you just do an X, right? So like that. I think I'm a pro at this, I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, so after you got your X, right, I'm gonna go ahead and get a fork and then just scrape the top layer. Ooh, get that. Get in there. Yeah. I swear there's nothing wrong with me. I have not been diagnosed with nothing. Just joy and happiness. Anyway, get in there. Alright, so that's it. Literally. I mean, that's not how the mushrooms are going to grow, but they're going to stay in this bowl of water overnight. I'm going to put them by a windowsill in indirect sunlight, and in the next like 10 days we should have mushrooms that are ready to be eaten. Me and my mushrooms and I. Yeah. So I'm about to head out and go to a cafe and work on my computer for maybe an hour and a half. After that, I do have a yoga class, so I'm gonna go to that. All right, before I leave, can I tell you something real quick? So lately, I've been so like, I've just been deprived. I have been craving D. Correction, I need some vitamin D. That's the only D I'm ever talking about. Don't get it confused. That's the only D I'm ever talking about. But I need some vitamin D. And how blessed am I that Black Girl Vitamins sent me a package. Oh, Black Girl Vitamins for a black girl like me. Oh, so cute. But for real, yeah, I've been taking the vitamin D. And it actually, I feel like it's been putting me in a good mood. Or maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just a vibe. I feel like I need to pay more attention to how it's actually making me feel. Because I'm going to be honest, I don't think I have been. And I need to pay attention to what herbs I'm drinking. As well as when I'm taking the gummies and see the effects. And you know, given the fact that I'm not getting as much sunlight, I'm actually really enjoying these. Because the sun literally comes out and it goes. It's like I wake up and then the next minute is sunset. I'm like, excuse me. I'm going to actually continue to give an update and see, like, are they actually working for me? I'll let you know, because honestly, I'm not in the business of pretending something's working when it's not. This is my outfit of the day. It's given super, super, super duper cozy. Because I'm not playing with the cold in New York. It's cold. Oh, I'm gonna need some gloves soon, but let's go before the owner comes out and is like, why are you on my stoop? I just picked up a leaf. Tell me this leaf just it looks so pretty. It needs to be on my plant wall as well. I believe, is this sweet gum or am I hallucinating? I feel like it is. Yeah, I know my trees. This is sweet gum. Oh, sweet gum. It is medicinal. Okay, let's go to the cafe. See, it's good to know your environment, I'm telling you. Today we're going to one of my faves in Brooklyn. It's only my fave because it reminds me of my apartment. Well, specifically it reminds me of my studio. It's also a concept store in that they have a flower shop. I believe they like specialize in like dry flower arrangements. And then the cafe's right there too. So that's where we're going. And they have a little flower wall too. It's definitely not like mine. But you know, they did their thing, they did their thing. Oh, this tree is so beautiful and yellow. What is that tree? It's a ginkgo. It's a ginkgo. Yes, it is. My vision is so good. 2020. Ginkgo. It's a ginkgo tree. Bye, ginkgo. See you later. Sitting in this little corner because it feels like it's like a little private living room. The only thing they need are some floor pillows. Oh. But currently I am working on my labeling for my teas. It's going to be very simplistic, very minimalistic. I can in fact say this will probably be the most minimalistic thing in my life.
Leave something for my son and my daughter in case of my departure.
You know I'll always try to get it right. I'm working hard to leave a legacy behind. Yeah, you know that I'll always fight for what is mine. I'm working hard to leave a legacy behind.
Yeah, leave it for my little ones, my real ones, for people trying to feel some, for all the bridges burned along the way and how we still run.
I do about 100 miles a week, give or take, and my hips get tight. They get tight, so that class did me right, honestly. I'm personally not a long distance runner. I'm more of a sprinter. I've been like contemplating like would I do a marathon? Like, just sit with myself, and I'm like, not in this moment of life, honestly. But in all honesty, what I really want to do is a Grand Fondo. Do you know what a Grand Fondo is? It's it's definitely up my alley. It's a 100-mile bike ride. I would love to do one. I have a friend who does bike races, and he is currently training for the Grand Fondo. And then there's another one, it's just called Fondo, and that is 50 miles. Anything less than 50 miles, I feel like would be too easy for me. So growing up, I ran track. I did 100 and 200 meters. I never did long distance. I mean, actually I did. I did like a mini marathon when I was younger. I'm not a long distance runner in this present moment. And I honestly don't want to be. And I'm so contented with my bike. I just love biking. I love cycling. So this is what my schedule looks like. I try and do one yoga class once a week. And then 4 days out of the week, I do, what do I do? Weightlifting. And then 1 day out of the week, I do a 6-mile bike ride for leisure. In me biking 6 miles, I get to be intentional and go to somewhere that I desire to explore. I feel like the extra day that I have, I usually do a class. As you can see, we got coconut lentils today with oyster mushrooms, some okra, avocado, and wild rice. Wild black rice, coconut lentils, some plantain, avocado, okra. Ooh. And then I made my little mocktail. It's got sumac in here and elderflower and sparkling water. Yes, yes, yes. So beautiful. Today we're eating in silence. Oh, so good. Wow. You know, I've been really proud of myself for cooking this much. Like, bruv. I mean, I was cooking a lot in the summer too, but I find sometimes in the winter, because the days are so short, like I'm like, oh, I don't have time to do it, I don't have time. But I'm making time. Making time. Having too much fun. Let me pause real quick. Alright, so I grew up in London, yeah, going to church, but not just any type of church. It was Pentecostal, but not just Pentecostal. It was an African Pentecostal. Let me be specific. It was more so Nigerian Pentecostal. And this is how we were dancing in church. When I wake up, I will sing my praise unto you, my Lord. Now double, double, now double, double. Yahweh, 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 Kumama, Yahweh. Yahweh, 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 Kumama, Yahweh. Can anybody tell me what this is? What do you think this is? If you could guess, what would you guess it was? I'll give you 2 seconds. 1, 2. Okay. So at one point, it was a vintage sewing store, but I went ahead and repurposed it. So now, it's a yoni store. Yep, my yoni store. So, I want to DIY the inside, but when I take off the lid, I'd like to have a donut pillow, so I could just sit on it, and then the steam is coming out. If you get it, you get it. But my bowl is already in here. It goes in the center. I was gonna make a yoni steam real quick, but why would I make one when I already have some in stock? So I'll just go ahead and grab one from inventory. Don't mind if I do. Yep. Don't mind if I do. So I forgot how good this blend smells. Impeccable. So my blend has red raspberry leaves, mugwort, rosemary, lavender, yarrow, rose petals, calendula, ylang-ylang. Bruv. It just smells so good. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and put a quarter of this into my bowl. There we go. I have not done a yoni steam in a while, you know. And this just feels like the best treat ever. Is this too intimate? I don't think so. It's not like you can see anything. Come on now. I honestly don't do yoni steams as much as I used to, but this feels so good. Well, you can go ahead and look up the benefits of yoni steaming. I know people do yoni steams for fertility, as well as PCOS, as well as irregular cycles. The list goes on, right? But personally, I only do it for just maintenance of menstrual health and emotional well-being. Literally, it's my favorite thing. I find that if I'm like heavily emotional and then I do a yoni steam, it honestly feels like instant relief. It feels like instant relief and release at the same time, and I love it. I love it. Especially the ylang-ylang, it just makes me so happy. It's like an inside out thing, really and truly. But yeah, well, I'm gonna be here for like maybe 25 minutes, so I'm just gonna go ahead and read. So I'm reading this book. It's called African American Magic, and I got it from the library. As if I don't already have 1,000 books in my apartment, but I just get so intrigued when I'm biking. I'm like, oh, I wonder what the library has, and then I go in there and I just check out a ton of books. Oh, this is indeed cozy. Talk about cozy night routine. Yoni steam and a book. Oh, game changer. Wow. I didn't think it could get any cozier until I sat on this pot. This stool is perfect. Before I had this stool, the way I was squatting over the bowl, I was really working my knees. This feels good. Bedtime tea. Alright, well, that's it for this video. Literally before, I used to have this long nighttime routine that I would do when I got in the bed. And honestly, it was never successful. I had A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and I was not setting myself up for success. Because immediately, as soon as I get in the bed and my head hits the pillow, gone. I am knocked out. I have no trouble sleeping. Insomnia has never been my problem. The only thing I commit to doing now when I get into the bed is listing 5 things that I'm proud of that I accomplished for today, for the day that I'm in. So it allows me to reflect on the day and analyze what worked, what didn't work, and also just, you know, give myself props for making it through another day in this America. Ooh. What are my 5 things for today? Today, number 1 is accomplishing everything on my list. Number 2 is reaching out to a few of my friends. Number 3 is giving myself the treat of a yoni steam. Wow, that was impeccable. Number 4 is posting my retreat on Instagram. What's my 5th thing? I'm going to think about that when I get off the camera. But yeah, I usually write them down. So when I turn the camera off, I'm going to write it down in my little book. I have a little book here, and I just leave it on my bedside table. Yeah, so that's all I do. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Have a beautiful, abundant week. Bye! I don't know why I say bye like that, but bye!